When should you take a Forex trade? Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly when you should be taking a trade. Some things for you to certainly avoid and not get sucked into. Have your notebooks ready because there's going to be a lot of tips in and around taking Forex trades. Let's jump straight into this. So when should you take a trade? Guys, this is very much based around your strategy, your rules, your confluences for taking a trade, which we're going to dive deep into in this video. But let me make one thing clear. This is not limitless, okay? I don't know if anyone's seen that film. Definitely worth a watch. Bradley Cooper, the lead there. He takes a drug and essentially enhances all his capabilities as a human, and he dives into trading. He turns thousands into millions like very quickly, and then he ends up trading for this big hedge fund, so on and so forth, and it just gets out of hand. But it's an amazing film. That is not that anyway. Not that it's impossible by any means, but particularly in the infancy of your journey, guys, that's not going to happen, okay? So this is all about being a marathon, not a sprint. Remember my last video we went into about trader mindset, okay? So one of the first things is obviously you know your strategy, right? With your strategy, you should have specific set of rules, right? Now, you should have these all written down, whether it's in your trading journal. I want you to, it needs to be in your face, okay? It needs to be in your face, something that you're looking at regularly. What I used to do, I used to have, when I used to trade, initially when I used to trade at home, I used to have Post-its around all of my screen, okay? All of it. All rules and things that I must be following when I'm coming to my terminal and I'm ready to execute a trade, okay? All of my rules, and I'm not, the reason I want them there in my face is so that they get embedded into my head and so that I'm not tempted or I start deviating away from those, because they're there for a reason. It's very easy, I'm not going to say it's not, it's very easy to get sucked into, well, going against your plan, right? So that needs to be in your face there, and one of the reasons as well is so that you avoid, remember with this game, it's quality over quantity, okay? It really is. And you I don't know if you may have sort of established that already, but that is powerful. And I want to show you one thing about discipline as well, and that's where the rules come into play that you have. I want to show you one thing about discipline for me right now that I'm having to go through, and we all go through that. Let me just show you here, for example. So as you can see, guys, I am currently in a position Aussie yen, 10 lots, as you can see there. Now, there have been a numerous amount of opportunities that have presented themselves to me because I provide setups and trade ideas for our Freak Network members, and particularly with euro dollar, members would have been up around some 80 pips there, GU 100 pips from our trade ideas. And I think we just switch the screen around. The key is, right, is that all of these opportunities have presented themselves. Bear in mind, I've just got this singular trade, Aussie yen, that I've had open for, I guess, since the second half of last week. It's flat at the moment, right? It's flat. But I'm sticking to that trade. I'm not going to start over-risking, over-exposing myself because I've seen other opportunities there. No. That's a lack of discipline, right? And the thing is, with that Aussie yen trade that I took, I had a number of confluences as well. And this is part of when you should be taking a trade. I'll get into that again in a moment. We'll dive it deeper into that. But you should have a number of confluences. I always say a minimum 3 before you take a trade. You want as many as possible, right? You want to be fully content with that trade. You don't want to be worrying about that. You just want to feel confident, okay? And how we get that confidence is confluences. Confluence equals confidence, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, one thing, if you're struggling with discipline, when I used to trade at home, not here in the studio, when I used to trade at home, I used to have to distract myself, whether I watch a film or whether I watch something educational, listen to an educational podcast, read, whatever. Take your mind off it. If you're not ready to execute a trade, or if you have executed your trade, just keep yourself busy. And now I'm about to keep myself busy now. While I'm seeing all these opportunities, I'm about to keep myself busy. Go and sort something out now. But yeah, always take that time to come away from your desk, okay? Or away from your terminal. Right, so I think it's really key that you make that time to come away from those screens, because you don't want to find yourself being sucked into doing something silly, harmful for your account. So I'm popping out now anyway as an excuse. I'm going to get a little dent, a random dent I don't know where this has come from. It's so strange. Literally some random dents. So I'm going to go to the mechanic. Excuse for me to get out and get away from the screens for a little while. It's a bit noisy out there because just from where we're working, there's a lot of construction, some residentials, flats going up. So I just wanted to carry on just a point in here actually, just to mention, I think it's not just about getting away from the screens from stop you doing something stupid. Yes, of course, the longer that that's really not a good use of time. It's very poor time management. The longer that you are in front of those screens, the more likely, the more inclined you are to get sucked into doing silly things. As I explained, you're more likely to do something that goes against your trading plan, outside of your rules, and you want to be avoiding that. And it's not just about that. It's also about a psychology side of things. It's about giving yourself that headspace, that breathing room, because it can become overwhelming and overexhausting just looking at the charts all day. It's exhausting. You don't need to be doing that. That's, as I say, it's not a good use of your time. Okay, so get out, go for a walk, go for a run, go and run some errands, do whatever you need to pull yourself away from those screens. We do not need to be there all the time. No, this is good as well, knowing when your opportunities come up. Like I know, for example, that I should only be trading between 10 up until 3 p.m. at the very latest. I know that's where all my opportunities are. So outside of that, I'm keeping myself busy with other things. If you've got enough discipline to remain at your computer, then do so, but do something else. Minimize those charts. Guys, I wanted to go over some points just to drill into you. So be ready to take some notes. We're going to go over some key areas of which you should digest ahead of when you're taking a trade and during, so on and so forth. And then I want to show you an actual very clear example of when a trade should be taken, okay? So first point, confluences. Guys, for me, okay, before I'm actually placing a trade, right, making that decision to risk my money, my capital in the markets, I need confluences. What are confluences? They're multiple reasons. The reasons for taking the trade. And for me, I'm looking for 3, a minimum of 3. The more the merrier. The more confluences, the more confidence. The more confluences, the more confidence you're going to have in your trade. You're going to feel more at ease risking your money in the market, okay, within reason. So as I say, looking for 3, 4 sometimes, it's great, okay? And this could determine whether you're going to risk 1%, 1.5% or 2%, depending on how many confluences you have, okay? And that's obviously to the rule book, right? Playing it by the rule book, avoiding going down a line of over risking, over leveraging, abusing your account, and then ending up in a scenario that you don't certainly want, okay? And I'm going to show you examples of a recent trade idea I presented to the members. I mean, my hands were tied on Aussie yen, so I couldn't get involved in this one. I was trading a little bit of gold as well. But okay, next point, dedicated chart time. This is so key, right? You need to set out at times in the day that you are going to trade, because you remember earlier in this video I was explaining how it's just not healthy. It's not healthy and it's not going to be good for your account to be in front of the charts all the time. So set out some time. Okay, this is where proper time management comes into play, where you're going to be picking out your opportunities, what suits you, okay? What suits you and your strategy of where you're going to find those opportunities to execute that trade. So it's picking out dedicated chart time, allocating that for yourself. Stay busy, right? Stay busy. So once, as I said, once you've placed a trade, okay, if you find it difficult, and it's, remember, I explained this before, it is not within our human nature, typically speaking, to be disciplined. It's not, especially when it comes to trading. So, you know, if, for example, you've come to your terminal, your trade isn't ready yet, do something educational, exercise the brain, educational podcast, motivational podcast, read a book, watch a film, whatever it takes for you to be distracted or go and do other tasks that you've got to do, errands, so on and so forth. Just the same as once you've placed your trade, okay? So keep yourself busy. It's good. It's healthy. It's healthy to do so. Stay active. And then look, quality over quantity in trading. Guys, it took me a while to get that. The less is more in trading, right? Less is more. Find, even if you're not going to take a trade, you want to be so strict that you need like 5 confluences before you take a trade, then do so, okay? quality is key for your account. Now, what I want to show you, I want to get up an example here of a trade idea that we had presented to the members, and I want to show you, you know, when a trade should be taken, receiving multiple confluences. This is euro dollar. So remember our previous video on easy strategy to gain some pips. It's I think we went over. Did we go over flags or pennants? I think it was flags. All right, but here we have pennant. Right now, if we look at a daily time frame together, or even let's start off with a weekly, top to bottom. We know the trend has been very much to the upside, right? Look at that consecutively over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks now running for euro. Incredible moves, incredible moves. So here's our potentially our first confluence, right? This isn't a massive confluence, but it is in a way. It's the trend is to the upside, okay? 1, daily time frame. We had this narrowing pennant structure on a daily, right? Narrowing triangular structure, consolidation. We had the breakout, look, the daily closure above, second confluence. 4 hour. Here, look, breakout retest. You know of this narrowing channel structure, this narrowing pennant structure we're talking about on a daily? Breakout retest. Third confluence. You ready for the fourth? Pennant. Breakout. Retest. Use support. Use 5. Boom. Members presented this opportunity. I mean, from here up to the highs of today, that's over 100 pips. Over 100 pips. And you see, taking nothing else into consideration, just sticking to the plan. And this is what I said about, I presented you an easy trading strategy, right? Just using flags or pennants. If you stick to that, okay, if you stick to that and have your strict set of rules and confluences for taking a trade and don't deviate outside of that, you will make money. You will consistently, okay? It is simple as that in a nutshell, but then referring to my last YouTube video about mindset, that's where you can deviate outside of what you should be doing, okay? And then doing things that you shouldn't be doing. So I hope that all makes sense when to take a trade. Guys, if you are enjoying these videos, because for me, you know, it's a lot of time out of my day. My guys here editing, right? If you are finding value, we largely appreciate you smashing that subscribe button, baby, because then I know you're staying lit with me. I know that. And then please, the like, comment. What more do you want to see? Engage with me, baby. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. This is my purpose. Stay lit. Let's get it.